What's it, Joe? Welcome back to AscendX. Whatever the hell, how are you doing? If you are here from the last video, welcome. You know what's already going on. If you don't know what's going on, well, basically, let me break it down simply for you. So, I was attempting to complete one of our many episodes of different ways to eliminate Osana, right? And we were running in through the headmaster's office, and I found some new stuff, right? There was a safe, and then there was the garbage can. There was a bunch of stuff in there that was new. And in the garbage can, I didn't realize that there was 10 tapes inside. So today we're gonna watch all 10 tapes. If you enjoy, I don't need to say so much. I don't need to say too much. I know it's the same shirt as the last video. I know you look at the thumbnails like, what the freak? Why you got the same shirt on? You know what I'm saying? Stop that. Stop that right now. You understand me? That's not nice. Don't make fun of me wearing the same shirt twice. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, families, sisters, uncles, brothers, special plans, they're important too. There's really not that much happening on the screen. So, Editor Ascend, I'm going to hope that you make the screen very eventful and voluptuous. That's the word we're going to use. So, I'm going to be like this in a square. Why am I telling y'all? I would just play a stupid thing.
Let's see. Where to start? Well,
talk about
I
it.
guess I'll start at the beginning.
Okay.
My name is Kocho Shiona.
Okay.
And I've just been chosen to be the headmaster of Academy High School.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I really believe this is happening.
Hey, bro, go off.
I keep pinching myself to make sure I'm not dreaming.
You are not.
I mean, the entire nation has been talking about this school for months.
Oh, so this is just
the
the school to
idea of an
be
elite
at.
high school that only opens its doors to the most intelligent students in Japan.
Really? Okay, that's what the school is.
A place for the most promising men and women of today to be transformed into the leaders of tomorrow. A school built for the sole purpose of being the most prestigious learning institute in the country.
In the country.
It's an ambitious undertaking, to say the least.
Ambitious 14. Let me
everyone
stop. That's
the most
Jack
is that
Harlow.
the school
Yeah, I don't know.
is being
Common
bankrolled
ground.
by Psycho Corp. Who would have expected an electronics company
Fuck.
to found a...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's check
Whoa!
myself to make sure I'm not taking, to say the least.
There you go. I went way
But
too
the
far.
thing that shocks everyone the most is that the school is being bankrolled by Psycho Corp.
What does
Who
that
would
mean,
have expected an
bankroll?
electronics company to found a school?
That makes more sense. Okay, you just
At
explained.
first,
Thank you.
I thought it was some kind of long-term business plan. Maybe they wanted to build a place to gather.
This damn Psycho Corp. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all keep coming up a lot. You Psycho Corp. Y'all seem like some opposition. Y'all seem like opposition. I'm gonna get to the bottom of that.
Best and
I'm
brightest
gonna figure out what
students
that's
of
all
Japan,
about.
and train them to be their next generation of employees. But it turns out that I was wrong. Really wrong.
Really wrong. Look at that
And
subtitle.
I got
Really
to hear
wrong.
The truth straight from Mr. Psycho himself.
I'm so confused now. Mr. Psycho. Isn't that the guy that's currently the headmaster? The guy we see in the cutscene at the end of this, basically at the end of every time we kill Osana? Or no? Y'all in the comments talk to me a lot, so let me know. Let me know. Y'all gonna inform me.
That's right.
I know y'all gonna let me know. Shout out to you.
The Psycho in person.
Sideshow.
I'm
Okay,
still
I think I know
shaking.
that name. That name
It was
sounds
like
familiar.
getting to meet Leonardo da Vinci.
Not the same thing
or
at all.
Thomas Edison.
Not even close.
I've lost count of how many things
Thomas
he's invented
Edison?
or improved.
So
I don't
random.
think there's a single product in my home that doesn't have the Psycho logo on it.
Alright, that's just absurd.
A man whose ideas and inventions changed the world. People like that are...
Like, I did got two different monitors here. Like, this is an Asus monitor right here. That's a Samsung. Like, you telling me that y'all is all the same? That's kind of Mickey. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of Mickey, if you ask me. Like, I mean, I got a lot of Elgato on here, but I got some steels. You know, let me
only
stop.
born once a century.
Let me stop.
Anyway,
My fault,
the
Joe.
reason he built this school, it blew my mind.
Talk about it.
It's not something he's ever mentioned in public, but he didn't tell me to keep it a secret either. So
You just airing out his news, bro.
it's his daughter.
Who's his
It's
daughter?
all for his daughter. He cherishes her more than life.
The girl on the laptop? Every time we open the laptop, that's the girl? The one in the student council room? Man, I'm not gonna lie. We are not getting through all these damn tapes. It's been... Jesus.
Self, even more than his multi-billion-dollar corporate empire.
His daughter. Interesting.
He wants to make her dreams come true. So he's building a high school customized to suit her exact tastes. The name of
Motherfucker got money. You know how much dough you gotta have to build an entire school that basically revolves around all the things that your daughter likes?
the school, the location, where it's being constructed, even the exact layout of the building. Everything was chosen by his daughter.
Bro, you gotta have so much bread to do
His
something like
mission
that.
is to make sure that the best years of her life happen.
That's something
at
that Elon
Academy
Musk
High.
would do. That bro tripping right now.
She gets to decide who's allowed to enroll. She gets to decide the school's policies, and I'm pretty sure she gets to be the student council president starting from day one. no questions.
Student Council President Day, frame 1? Damn! She decides who's allowed to enroll. School policy. Damn, bro. Damn.
So, not only will this school be a collection of Japan's most highly qualified teachers and most brilliant students, but it's also a giant, shining monument to a father's love for his daughter. It almost brings a tear to my eye. I'm going to be the headmaster.
That's impressive.
I'm still surprised I actually had the courage to send in my
Oh, you know what I think? I think if I'm thinking correctly, I'm pausing this so much. I'm so sorry. I'm probably like, stop pausing it. But this is going to be our new headmaster eventually.
I guess it's because the qualifications they were looking for
Yep,
seemed
that's what I think.
surprisingly low compared to the qualifications for every other position at the school.
Interesting.
In fact, Mr. Psycho told me I was perfect for the job after just asking me a few questions. There's a part of me that wonders if his daughter just wants the school's headmaster to have a certain appearance or a certain name or voice or
I'm gonna do something again after this.
I'm not really sure if I got the job because I qualify for it or because I meet some invisible criteria that I'm not aware of.
It's probably that. They have like a master
I guess
plan.
Mr. Psycho could tell I was nervous because he gave me a gift. This portable tape recorder.
It's kind
one
of
of
cool.
his inventions. He told me that it's therapeutic to record an audio
Does
journal
that say
when you're feeling
Psycho on it at all?
overwhelmed. That's the whole reason I'm recording this right now.
Nah.
And I gotta say, it actually worked. I feel much better now. You know, this is kind of fun. It might turn into a habit.
I'm gonna be a
I can't stop
podcaster
thinking
or
about the last
blogger.
thing he said before he left. He called me Headmaster Shuyona. Be a while before I get used to hearing that.
Time to talk nice to you, buddy. Number 2. We're gonna bet 7 minutes. Oh no, I'm not pausing shit.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize how much dust was on this thing.
Long ass tape, bro.
Well, I suppose I should consider myself lucky.
There's no more
If
pausing.
I never use this thing, it means everything has been going so smoothly that I just never feel the need to vent.
Okay.
But something happened today that really threw me
Oh,
off.
so now he's the headmaster for
I wouldn't feel right talking about it with any of my colleagues, but I need to get it off my chest. So maybe recording my thoughts will help.
Okay.
Today, I visited Psycho headquarters for a routine meeting with Mr. Psycho, just as I've done dozens of times over the past few years.
HQ.
But today was different. He was angry, foul-mouthed, and short-tempered. I'd never seen him like that before. He didn't reprimand me for anything, and we simply discussed the usual topics, but the entire time, he seemed like he was on the verge of exploding. I was confused and worried.
Hey, why bro tripping? Don't let him talk to you like that. Be like, yo, watch your fucking mouth, eh? No, cursing me, I curse back.
The secretary must have seen how shaken I was, because after the meeting, she took a moment to assure me that I hadn't done anything wrong, and that Mr. Psycho was angry about a personal matter.
Well, then why the freak you taking out on me?
I would never dream of gossiping about the
I should
man
put his
besides
damn.
my paycheck,
I get one of these.
My
You
curiosity
over here getting
got
mad at me
the
for something that's wrong with you.
and I asked her for details.
What do you is?
She didn't know all the specifics,
You're gonna call me in for a
but
meeting
she
and
knew enough to
assault
give me a
me.
basic summary. Earlier that day, Mr. Psycho had a furious argument with his daughter, who graduated recently.
Congrats.
Apparently, she doesn't want to inherit the company, and she's decided to leave Japan to travel the world.
That hair rock.
This is absolutely unacceptable to her father, because he's invested a lot of resources into giving her the training necessary to take over his empire when he retires.
Bro acting
He
insane.
had absolute
Should I have had a
faith
son?
that his daughter would inherit his company when the time came, and her decision had invalidated all of his plans, along with many years of effort, not to mention an incalculable amount of money.
Well, maybe you should be more smart next time.
After a long,
Maybe
heated
you
discussion,
ask, like your daughter, her
more
daughter.
like a shouting contest from the sound of it, Mr. Psycho threatened to disown his daughter, and she had
I'm sorry, I do gotta pause this. This is insane. So because your daughter doesn't want to inherit your company, you're gonna disown her? Why should she care? Like, she don't want, she, like, that doesn't make it, that just helps her out, if anything. That just make, that's a win for her. Like, she won. Like,
absolutely no problem with that.
idiot. Stupid
He told
idiot.
her, if you walk out that door, you're no longer a part of this family.
Idiot.
And
You know he
moments
don't mean
later,
that.
she left his office without a word.
I would have too. Who you talking to
Mr.
like that?
Psycho is a man who refuses to compromise and only accepts the results he wants.
That's why he's an idiot.
I'm 100% certain that from this day forward, his daughter is dead to him.
Okay.
The secretary told me a little more about the way Mr. Psycho raised his daughter. Starting from early childhood, she
That's
was
a
given
problem with
training
some parents.
to
They
prepare
have some
her for
real
the
shit.
responsibilities that come with operating a company. Training that became more advanced and intense with each passing year.
See, like, that's way too much for a kid,
Mr.
bro.
Psycho also has a son, but he didn't put his son through the same sort of training as his
See,
daughter.
that's your fucking problem. Like,
Instead, he granted his son a perfectly normal childhood, perhaps out of guilt for what he did to his daughter.
that makes no
But
sense.
now
You are
he's
such
making
a sorry
preparations
ass.
to rapidly change the direction of his son's life. So the boy will acquire the traits and skills that his sister spent her entire life
Some
developing.
bullshit. You are such a trash father. I really
The
hope I get to
strangest
hit you
part
at some point. I get to
is the
shoot you.
exact reason why Mr. Psycho's daughter wants to travel the world. One phrase the secretary kept hearing was, "my sister." Apparently, Mr. Psycho's daughter is absolutely convinced that she has a sister somewhere in the world.
Okay.
And that she needs to find her.
Shout out to her.
But Mr. Psycho only has 2 children. So, if she says she has a sister, there are 3 options.
3 of them. Count them off.
She's speaking figuratively, she's actually become delusional,
Okay.
or Mr. Psycho has an illegitimate child.
That sounds about right. That third one is probably
At
it.
this point, the secretary decided she'd said too much and stopped talking. I had a feeling I was starting to tread on dangerous ground, so I chose not to pry any
I
further.
would have kept prying. That
Even though
motherfucker
I wound up
crazy.
with more questions and answers, at least now I know why he was so angry. Losing his daughter, along with more than a decade of money, planning, effort, must be an incredibly
You
painful
made her your
experience.
slave, bro. Like, you can't do
But
that to your
after
child,
hearing
bro.
all this,
Made her your
it'll
slave
be hard
because
for
you
me to
wanted
look
her
at
to.
him the same way I used to.
You didn't let her pick her career. You wanted to pick her
He told me
career.
that
That's
he
not how
built
that shit works.
Academy High to give his daughter the perfect, ideal high school life. But now I think that was just a cover story.
100% was.
I think he built Academy High and made his daughter the student council president to put her through the experience of being in charge of an organization.
Right.
The school wasn't a gift from a father to a daughter. It was just another component of her lifelong training, another step in the process of turning her into the perfect CEO. A training simulation.
Disgusting. I'd throw a
And now
fit.
he's going to put his son through an accelerated version of that process.
Accelerated version, bro. This
Poor
shit needs to
boy.
stop. I hope the boy is like, I want to do this.
It doesn't surprise me at all that she defied her father and ran away from all that.
Shit.
But in the end, it wasn't pressure or stress that made her reject her
The fuck does
father's
that sound?
wishes. It was this weird notion that she has a sister. Maybe all the stress drove her crazy.
Interesting. That is interesting to me. I'm not gonna lie.
The weirdest thing of all is that when I imagine Mr. Psycho with another daughter, I have a mental image of what she would look like.
Why are you imagining this?
I get a headache if I picture her in my mind for too long. Man,
What the freak are you talking about? What are you on about?
if Academy
about to hurt
High
my
was
head.
built solely for one girl, and that girl has graduated, what happens next?
Right, that is silly.
I was afraid the school was going to be shut down, but apparently Mr. Psycho just wants me to continue business
This is
as usual.
insane. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of the students who graduate from this school get offers from Psycho Corp almost immediately after graduation. So I guess this place really did turn out to be a training ground for future Psycho employees after all.
Which is gross.
I don't feel angry or sad, just disenchanted.
Alright, bro.
Well, it's an easy job, and I can't argue with the pay, so
How much?
I guess I'll just stay on my
I know you don't
current
got an
course for
NDA.
now.
You better drop some numbers.
Even though I know that nobody is going to listen to this tape,
I'm listening to it right
I
now.
feel way better after recording my thoughts.
Oh, wow, really? It's almost like I do that
guess
every day.
Mr.
Hey,
Psycho's
guys.
gift was good for something after all. Thanks for hearing me out, Mr. Tape Recorder.
That wasn't
With that
funny.
said,
Mr.
I
Tape
hope I
Recorder.
don't have to
Tape
use you again
Recorder.
anytime soon.
Yeah, well, you're going to use it 8 more freaking times, so you're going to use it a lot. All right, number 3. Oh, 2 minutes, thank the heavens.
Wow. Can everything really collapse this easily?
Ooh, U-turn, big turn.
Cameras, interviews, police. I don't want this to be my life.
I'm curious, is this?
The past few years were perfect. Why did this
Talk
have to
about it.
happen? It's not like it was my fault. Or was it?
Son.
I-
All right, bro.
I guess I understand why they're putting all the blame on me.
Sort of.
It's my school.
Your
I'm
school, that's
responsible
right.
for it, and everyone inside of it. But how was I supposed to? How could I have seen this coming?
You gotta
What
lock
could I
in.
have
You gotta know what's going
possibly
on,
done
bro.
to have prevented this? A murderer.
Ooh,
in
that's
my
1980s
school.
mode. That is us. That is us.
Those girls who disappeared. I don't want to admit it, but
Ooh-wee.
it fits. Those missing girls are probably
100% dead.
dead.
100%. Definitely.
Dead.
Definitely dead. Yeah, it's up for you, boy. Your rep is done.
Is there anything I could have done? Could I have stopped this?
I don't know. Like,
Could
I feel like
saved them?
principals don't know
If
jack
I
shit
was
about
more
about most of their
vigilant,
students.
more strict with background checks.
That wouldn't have done anything.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Have metal detectors and security cameras in every hallway? Do a mental health check on every student every hour?
Not gonna lie, there's hella weapons in this damn school.
If someone is just crazy, just insane, then you're screwed. It's not your fault or anything. It just
Kind of
it
is.
happens because they're just this crazy screwed up person. It's not your fault if this happens.
He about to get chewed out. I already know these
It's
next
not your
7
fault.
tapes are gonna be crazy.
It's not my fault.
It is your fault. It is so your fault. I know it's your fault. Next one.
What
Ooh, a minute.
Goddamn
Oh, there it
disgrace.
is. He's getting yelled at. I knew it.
Innocent.
Oh, that's when they let us go. That's when they let us go.
She's the culprit. She did it. That girl, that
Ooh.
monster. I've never seen someone so goddamn
That's me.
manipulative.
Good. That's oldest. That's oldest, actually.
All. Every single one of them was dancing in the palm of her hand by the end. What a farce.
You wanted to use a different word, buddy.
People are dead.
A bitch. What a bitch. That's what you wanted to say.
Promising futures whose lives I was responsible for.
Yeah, bro. You're mad.
She did it. She did it. She's the only one who could have that.
It was on my
blood
hands. Editor send.
on
Do you think?
her hands.
It was me.
Now she walks free.
Oh, pause. Oh, okay. So now I understand everything. Comments. I know y'all did y'all thing. I know y'all probably said a bunch of stuff in the comments, and I definitely responded to just about everything. But this is the old Headmaster from 1980s mode. This is all 1980s mode timeline. This is before he got hired. And then that is the guy that we see in the cutscene. That's the old man. So this is obviously the events of 1980s mode. And then obviously not Ayano, but what's our mom's name? Whatever her fucking name is, right? Mom's name. 1980s mode, a protagonist, right? That is Ryoba. Ryoba, I think is her name. I'm gonna say Ryoba, and if her name is wrong, then please correct me. I'm sorry. Ryoba. This is the events of Ryoba winning the election, or winning the trial, and then everybody hot. This is the events after that, because we don't know what happens with all the other motherfuckers after that. For those that don't know, I have old videos, obviously, to play through and everything. I know what to do. Go
Let
watch
her
that.
back in the school. Stand on a stage
Yep.
and hand her a diploma.
Yep.
Mr. Psycho told me to let it go, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't let this go. She murdered people and got away with it.
Yep.
I can't believe. God damn, this is just
This is some hoopla. This is some baloney.
This was supposed to close the chapter. This was. God damn her. God damn her.
Crazy, right? So funny. Okay, 3 minutes, 54 seconds.
I didn't realize how pathetic this was until I hit the record button.
Talk about it, buddy. I'm here for all of it.
There are distressing things I want to talk about. But the only people around me are my colleagues at work.
You don't got a girl? Come on,
Can't
bro.
show weakness in front of my subordinates, so if I want to talk and have someone listen,
You're kind of like
then
me a
I have
little bit.
to
I don't like
use
talking about my feelings either, but I mean, like,
a
I'll talk
tape
to her shortly.
recorder.
Shorties I care about. And my brother Khalil.
The problem is,
And Jeremy.
enrollment is dropping. The past few years weren't too bad, but now, for the first time since the school opened, enrollment is actually lower than the previous year.
What do you mean?
This was the only good thing I had going for me, and now I'm watching it die. I can pinpoint the exact moment when the decline began. That trial. That damn trial. As soon as the media started calling this place
that investigator
the murder
blew your shit
school,
up. I'm not
our
gonna lie.
fate was sealed. The only suspect was found innocent. So the public believes that the culprit is still at large. He wants to attend a
y'all
school where
Mickey.
a serial killer might be running loose.
Yeah, y'all Mickey. Yeah, it's up for your
But
school.
That was 6 years ago.
Ooh.
6 years. We haven't had.
This can connect. Oh, I can like kind of connect the timeline low key. I'm editor and I are going to look at the timeline video at the when you get the double S ending in the 1980s one. There's a timeline that comes up. I'm finna read that whole because 6 years from then I gotta see what time.
Any incident since then, it's safe here.
Editor send. Throw up the timeline and show us where that is
What am
right
I
now.
supposed to do? Hang a sign on the front door of the school that says, "We've gone 6 years without a murder."
I
You
would.
can all come
I
back
would
now."
dead have a thing that says days without an incident. That'd be so funny.
Momentum. We had an upwards trajectory. We were rising, soaring. We were on the road to being as internationally renowned as Harvard or Yale.
We got not. So
But that trial,
that's funny that y'all
it
mentioned
killed
that. That's funny.
the momentum. And once you lose momentum, it's almost impossible to get it back.
Talk about it. That's not true.
Sometimes
Maybe
I
in
wish,
this industry, maybe. But
Sometimes I wish that journalist had never said anything.
yep, that guy Mickey,
If he
I'm
kept
telling you.
his mouth shut, just let her get away with everything.
That's a little crazy.
There never would have been a media circus. Just some mysterious disappearances that would have been forgotten in a few months. But
He did blow up the whole
no,
situation.
he had to drag us all into a big scandal. If only some random person would just be found guilty for all those murders, then maybe.
Oh, he about to Mickey somebody.
maybe this
I
notion
hear it
of
in
a
his voice.
serial killer running loose around Academy would finally go away.
He about to do that. I got it. Eureka!
Damn it. What am I saying? I don't really mean any of that. It's just, it's this whole situation is just, it has me.
Ah, my God.
I'm wrong, though. It's not the journalist's fault.
Here we go with this
Not the court's
nonsense.
It's not even my fault.
Shut the hell up.
This is her fault.
Stop talking. No, it's not.
It's all her fault.
She just gonna blame it on her. No, you're not gonna self-improve now. You're gonna stay trash. This is why you're on the decline, because you think everything okay.
I saw her. That woman. I saw her again. The one who's responsible
Oh,
for
you're going
everything.
crazy. This is 6 minutes. You didn't need to talk for this long, bro. I'm
Perhaps
not gonna lie.
I'll start at the beginning.
Oh my goodness.
Every week, I travel to Psycho Corporate
You
headquarters.
say that every
to have a
single time.
meeting
You said
with
that before.
Mr.
I
Psycho
know this
about
already.
Academy. This time, I arrived a few minutes earlier than expected.
Okay.
I asked the secretary if it would be all right to begin the meeting early, but she refused.
Okay.
She told me that Mr. Psycho had another appointment right before mine, and that I'd have to wait my turn before I could see him.
Word two.
I took a seat and began to wait. That's when she walked into the room.
Oh! Oh!
It's been 10 years, but not a single day has gone by that I haven't thought about
Okay,
it.
so now we're at the 10-year mark. Editor is saying timeline, please insert. Now we know where we're at. Okay, so I don't have the timeline with me up. Maybe I should get that out, right? No, freak that. I'm not even gonna have it out.
Her. The one who ruined everything.
I should have the timeline out. That's kind of smart. Why not pull it up? No point in me sitting here being confused. I might as well like know what's going on. Oh, okay. So hold on. I need to write this down. So 1989 is the year that 1989 equals trial. So let me put this over here. Y'all can't see the timeline, but I can. So all right, 1989 is a trial. Go back just a little bit. What do you say, 10 years ago?
I took a seat and began to wait.
Okay.
That's when
That means
she
1999.
walked into the room.
Yeah, 1999 is right now.
10 years.
Yep, there it is. Okay.
But not a single day has gone by that I haven't thought about
Okay, so
her.
pause. So 10 years ago. So pull the timeline back up, please. So 1999 is what we're looking for right now. Oh, it even says it here. Wow, that's actually really cool. Oh, the headmaster observes Ryo by entering the office. Oh my god, it even says in the time. Y'all are good, man. Yo, you're Yo, Yandere dev. You doing this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything.
So I don't even need to have the timeline
I
up,
recognized her immediately.
because you're gonna have it there on the
She had
timeline.
aged, but I could still tell it was her. She glanced in my direction for a moment, and our eyes met.
How sweet.
She smirked, but said nothing
Oh,
to me.
that heated you up. I know it
She
did.
walked straight through the waiting room and directly into Mr. Psycho's office, without even speaking a single word to the secretary. At first, I was speechless. Then I jumped out of my seat and asked the secretary to identify that woman.
Why are you harassing her?
The secretary was silent for a few moments and then gave me some generic platitude about how the details of Mr. Psycho's appointments must be kept strictly confidential.
Facts. Why are you getting all government on her?
That didn't stop me from asking everything that came to mind. How long had that woman been coming here? How often? What business did she have here?
Leave her alone. This is
But the
harassment.
secretary was like a stone wall that refused to budge.
Yeah, facts. You're trying to get in on her information.
I
Like, leave her
couldn't just leave it
alone.
at that. I left the waiting room and asked the nearest employees if they could help me.
Leave her alone.
When I
Oh
saw
my
how distraught
god.
I was, they were eager to help. But when I asked them if they had seen that woman who just walked by, their attitudes changed in a heartbeat.
You acting out
They
of pocket.
slowly turned away from me and returned to their work in silence.
Yo,
They
he let a
ignored me,
memo out.
as if I wasn't even there. I haven't been treated like that since I was a schoolboy.
Good, and you deserved it. You acting way crazy,
I
bro. You need
returned
to
the
calm
waiting
the
room
freak
and
down.
paced back and forth anxiously, waiting for that woman to
She's probably
exit
sitting
Mr.
there like,
Psycho's office.
got him. Got it,
I spent
stupid ass.
years fantasizing
She's laughing
about
at
an
you.
encounter
She
like
is
this
laughing
one.
at you.
I had
You look
rehearsed
stupid.
every single word I would say to her if I had an opportunity to
Yeah,
speak
you
with her
didn't say
again.
jack shit. I know you didn't.
I was fully prepared to tell her exactly how I felt about her actions 10 years ago.
She doesn't care.
Then I heard the secretary's voice.
I'll do it again. That's what I would have said.
Mr. Psycho will see you now. I was baffled. That woman was still in the office, wasn't she? Why would the secretary send me in there?
What's wrong with you?
I was confused, but eager to see that woman again.
You saying that woman like you
I
don't know who
approached
she
the
is.
door to Mr. Psycho's office.
Acting all fake and stuff.
I remember that my hand was actually trembling as I gripped the handle. I took a deep breath and opened the door to his office, expecting to see her standing there, but she wasn't.
Okay, like, why are
The
you
only
acting like
people in
this?
that room were Mr. Psycho and his son.
You're doing too much, bro. You get me mad.
I entered the office and looked around in confusion, wondering where that woman could have been hiding, but she was nowhere to be seen. Mr. Psycho asked me what was troubling me, and I told him exactly what was on my mind. That woman.
That criminal back
one
there.
who walked into your office a
Jeez.
few minutes ago.
Oh my
Where
god.
is she?
The complexion
When
of his
did she
skin. You
leave?
sound racist, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But Mr. Psycho didn't reply. He only smirked, as if he was amused by the situation. and asked
That's
me
your
to
new
take a
boss,
seat.
stupid. Imagine. That'd be hilarious.
He tried to talk about academy, like usual, but I wasn't having any of it.
Okay, bro. You
I
need to
didn't want to let
relax.
go of the subject, and I kept asking about that
You're
woman.
about to get fired.
Mr. Psycho's amusement quickly turned to irritation, and he firmly asked me to keep our conversation
You about to
to the
get in
matter
trouble.
of academy. Mr. Psycho can be quite imposing,
Okay.
even while remaining civil. And from that moment onward, I was too scared to pursue the matter further.
Yeah. You acting all big and
I
tough.
dropped it.
You not
And we proceeded to have a standard meeting.
good.
As ever, Mr. Psycho's son stood behind his father in silence.
Okay.
Mr. Psycho had never told me the exact reason why he keeps his son at his side during business meetings. It's most likely that it's a form of training, exposing him to the type of interactions he'll be having on a daily basis once he inherits his father's empire.
Right.
As the years passed, I've watched Mr. Psycho's son grow from a young boy into a young man.
A young
But I
grasshopper.
can count on one hand the number of times I've heard him speak.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
The meeting adjourned.
He's a
I
slave.
made one last
What
attempt
are
to
you
bring
gonna
up the subject
This
of
this
that
this
woman.
dad is insane. So
Mr. Psycho interrupted me and bid me farewell.
yeah, he said I'm done with this.
I knew that I wouldn't be able to get anything out of him, so I simply
Yeah.
left.
Relax, brother.
I questioned the secretary again, but nothing.
Yo, this
I got
secretary gonna
nothing.
steal off on your ass. She's had
I
enough.
attempted to talk to the nearest employees, but they politely excused
You
themselves.
did that again? I'm not gonna lie, I
It
would
was
knock
as if
you
that
out.
woman was a taboo subject that no one was allowed to speak of.
That's exactly
Or
what that is.
She was a mere hallucination. Something I dreamt up.
That's my wall. I'm not gonna lie. Never
No.
mind. Sorry, my fault.
No, I didn't just imagine her.
I'm thinking
I
about
saw
like I'm about
her.
to get paid
I
soon.
saw
I'm sorry, I
her.
don't care about this
didn't
guy. I don't really
catch
care.
her out of the corner of my eye. I didn't glimpse her for only a moment. We looked directly at each other.
then I leaned in for a kiss.
But what business
You know what I'm saying? Like,
would that
you
woman
know,
have with Mr. Psycho?
obviously something
What could he
important.
possibly want from her?
No one's talking
Why
about
didn't the
it.
secretary acknowledge her when she walked in?
Because
and
she's an important figure.
How did she leave his office? There was only one way to leave that room, and I was standing right in front of it. It doesn't make any sense.
You sound stupid, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You sound stupid and get mad.
I won't give up here.
Yeah, you should.
I'm going to dig for answers until I'm forced to stop.
You're gonna catch one of these.
I
You're
don't
not
know
gonna
how
like it.
much I'll be able to learn, but
Nothing.
it can't end here.
It will.
It can't.
Trust me, you are not the protagonist. Your ass will get bodied. They will off you. You are not a main character. They are not afraid to get rid of you. I guarantee you're gonna get off to one of these.
15 years.
Write that down, write that down, write that down. Timeline. 15. So that means, wait. Math, 1989. 1989 plus 15. 2004. Damn. 2004. Ooh, there's no 2004? Ay, Dios mío. This is new. So not everything's in the timeline. Oh, actually, hold on, my bad. Didn't he say 6 years before too? So what's 1989? 1989 plus 6. No, swipe that away. Plus 6. 1995. So what's 1995? Oh, nothing there either. Okay, so not everything is in the timeline. I like that.
That's how much time has passed. 15
You
years.
sound like a murderer. A criminal.
15 years watching it all spiral downward. Never managed to pull out of that nosedive. 15 years without closure.
I'm disappointed in you, bro. You have 15 years to figure it out, and you've been doing this. Doing whatever the fuck this
What would
is.
my life been like if I'd never taken this job? Probably have a wife by
No,
now.
you wouldn't. You're not acting like this and getting no girl. She gonna dump your ass.
There's no room for anything like
She gonna bring up like she gonna walk in the room and she gonna talk about how's academic. It's her. It's all her fault. It's her. I know it's not my fault. It's not me. She's gonna leave. She's gonna walk out. No, that's a criminal right there. It's a criminal scum.
with academy taking up so much of my time.
Okay.
Even if I did have a family, I wouldn't be a part of their lives. I'd be too
Relax,
busy with academy. I'd make a terrible husband,
Make time for them.
terrible father.
Make time for them. Excuses. I don't like that.
The best years of
Off
my
this
life
damn
for this
side
school.
character, bro.
And what did I get in return? Wrinkles and hair loss from all the stress.
Stop stressing out.
A big, fat gut. I don't even recognize the man in the mirror
You're
anymore.
an idiot, so.
Sure, I've made money. But what use is money when I never have time to spend it? I don't even know what I'd use it for. I never have enough spare time to develop a
Make
hobby.
time. I know you're not in that school from the AM to the PM, so make time. Stop being a fool. Hate when people talk like that.
I suppose I do
Make time.
have one hobby.
Yeah, cap ass motherfucker. Look.
I asked myself, What good is being the
Just say your
headmaster
hobby,
of a
bro.
school?
It's not that serious. Just tell us what it is.
What
You heating me up.
opportunities do I have that nobody else has?
You run an entire fucking school.
Only one thing came to mind.
Honestly, you run a school with all these clubs.
Taboo.
What?
But once the idea's in my head, it was
What the fuck are you talking
impossible
about?
to just stop thinking about it.
I'm so annoyed.
Eventually,
I'm
just
playing
couldn't
like
find a reason
short
to
strings.
resist
That's
the
what I'm doing
temptation.
now because he's lame.
It's not like I have anything left to lose. It's not like my life could get any worse than it already is, so...
This is disgusting. I don't know what you're about to say, but it's gonna
I gave it a
it's
try.
gonna get me mad. I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm keep looking down.
And you know what? I don't even feel guilty about
Stop
it.
dragging it on. Just tell me.
You see, filming someone does absolutely no harm to them.
What
No
the
harm
fuck are you
whatsoever.
talking about? What are we talking about? Sir, consent? Consent? You're going to jail. 911. Hello. Him right there.
FBI, open up!
What is bro talking about?
Not as though I post the videos online or anything like that. It has
No, this is crazy.
zero impact on their lives, so...
Oh, hell no. Oh my freak. Oh my freak. Oh my freak. Oh my freak. No way, you dirty bitch. Y'all know how in the new build right here, the demo, that mission that sends you to go take care of the photographer, the guy, the creep that takes pictures. The first version of it, though, not this new version where you go to sneak into some guy's house. No, the one with the building with the abandoned hospital. That one, I think he's that guy. I don't remember exactly, and I could be wrong, but I gotta find out. I don't know. I gotta do some
Even if I
discussing.
did get in trouble,
I dislike this.
at least it would shake things
I don't
up a
approve
bit.
of this. I'm not like.
My life would finally
I wish this was more blonde.
change.
This is crazy.
Some way.
I don't wish that content, but
And for that reason alone, I would be happy.
stop talking. Stop talking.
Win-win.
Don't talk. No, it's not a win-win. Stop talking. Shut the hell up.
I just wish I'd thought of this sooner.
Stop talking. No, you cut that out. You're a criminal, a literal criminal. And I hope you get arrested and shot and bad
Whenever I
feelings.
sit in front of Mr. Psycho and give him an update about Academy, I expect him to be furious with
You don't
me.
even care about your bro. I'm gonna be honest.
The school's reputation and enrollment have both been declining for almost 3 decades.
God damn. 3 decades. 1989. Hold on. Timeline. 1989 plus 30. 2019. Beep, 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 beep. Ooh, there's nothing there. Okay, fun. Keep going.
Despite my efforts to
I'm gonna
turn
change my
him
battery.
around,
I don't care enough to pause it, so.
Mr. Psycho has
just gonna see
every
this
right to
okay.
chew my head off,
I'm
but
saying I'm not. Oh no, I'm invisible.
doesn't.
Editor send. Maybe
As a
put up
matter
a
of fact,
picture.
he seems quite indifferent
Oh no, I'm
towards
back. Hold up.
Academy as a
Ready? 3, 2,
whole.
1. Surprise. Oh,
Our
hey guys.
weekly
No, wait,
meetings
hold on.
feel
Hey
like a
guys.
formality and nothing more. Something we
I can't
do
even sit
merely
regular
because
anymore.
it
Like I'm out of
became
like.
routine.
Now I'm antsy because this guy's
I
crazy.
get the impression that he couldn't possibly care any less about Academy.
That was
And
gross,
keeps
by
it
the way. That was
operational
disgusting.
purely because closing the school would reflect poorly on Psycho Corp.
It would.
Or perhaps because the school had become something of a monument to his missing daughter.
Okay.
Perhaps he's more sentimental than he looks.
Stop that.
If Academy's enrollment numbers continue to drop at their current rate, less than 100 students will be attending the school next year.
Okay.
At this point, it's clear that nothing I've tried over the past 30 years is going
What
to
have you
save the
tried?
school's
I'd love to know what
reputation.
you tried. It sounds like you haven't tried
So-
jack shit and shit jack.
With practically nothing left to lose, I proposed something radical to Mr. Psycho.
Y'all can read. It says a complete rebrand. Sir, it's been 30 years. You are the principal, and you didn't think of a rebrand not one time. You need to be fired ASAP. Don't know who the fuck's been letting you stay.
Rebranding.
Bro probably just don't care. Mr. Psycho
My
does not care.
research
I'm not
has
going.
shown
There's
me
no
that Academy's
way.
declining popularity is directly closely connected to the school's reputation.
You're so fucking
For
stupid. You haven't done
notoriously
anything in 30
difficult
years.
entrance
For
exams
3
and
decades, you've done nothing.
needlessly strict rules. The last thing I'd want is to allow the school to fill up with imbeciles and degenerates.
You're
But
an
it has
idiot.
become
Don't talk.
obvious that
Don't
the
talk
school's
about.
reputation will never recover unless sweeping reforms are made.
Don't talk about
I
other
presented
people
Mr.
like you're not a
Psycho with a list
moron.
of everything that would make the school a more welcoming environment. Allowing students to style their hair, wear makeup and accessories,
What do you
customize
want
their
about-
uniforms, bring smartphones to school, enter romantic relationships, access the rooftop, and so forth.
We do have access
I
to the
even
rooftop. I push
proposed
people
making
off of
the
it.
entrance exams a little less difficult and lowering the tuition fees.
That's mid.
I truly didn't know how Mr. Psycho would react. On one hand,
Like, realistically,
he
it's a
seemed
good
apathetic
idea. It's
about
just
academics.
3 decades too fucking
On the
late,
other
you know?
hand, I was proposing a complete reversal of everything that Academy stood for.
Academy's
After I
trash. So, I
concluded
mean,
my presentation, he sat in silence for a while. I wasn't sure if he was giving my proposal deep consideration, or simply pondering whether or not he cared.
pondering.
Eventually, he shrugged his shoulders and simply said, "Give it a try."
He don't care about this school. He does not give a damn whether. He said, "I got so much money, I don't care. Like, just do whatever, bro. This is your school, not mine. Don't. Why am I even? Why do we keep having these meetings again?" That's what he said. He dead said that.
I'm not sure
Does not
whether or not the
care.
rebranding is going to be a success, but for the first time in years, I feel
Ow. Owie.
excited.
Owie.
Like I actually have something to
I
look
heard my
forward
finger.
to.
My fingy.
The tedium of the
Give it a
last
kiss,
few
yo.
decades had become
Thank you.
unbearable. And these big, drastic changes are exactly what I needed to break up the monotony.
The monotony.
I'm eager to see what kind of crowd these reforms will bring in.
A bunch of criminals.
Here's to a new chapter in the story of Academy.
I hope we get a chance to kill this guy. I truly do. I don't like him. I'm starting to hate him, actually, a little bit. He failed.
Well, that was the weirdest day of my life.
6 minutes and 27 seconds.
In the past 30 years, I've had over 1,000 meetings with Mr. Psycho.
Okay.
When I walked into his office today for our weekly meeting, I could immediately tell that something was very wrong.
Oh.
Everything about him, posture, expression, demeanor, was completely different.
I think this is when Ryoba
He was
is going,
slouching
or
low
Ayano
in
is
his
going.
chair, staring blankly at a wall. Didn't even bother to greet me as I walked in.
Because you're trash. He doesn't care about you.
More importantly, his son, who had been present for every one of our meetings over the past 3 decades, was not there.
Ooh, what happened to him?
I asked, "Will your son be joining us today?" To which he simply replied, "There is no reason for that anymore."
What the freak?
As I took my seat, I asked him if anything was wrong.
What happened?
Reply.
No, you gotta talk. You gotta talk. You
The
gotta talk.
heavy atmosphere of the room made me feel uncomfortable with the idea of attempting to advance the conversation. So I chose to remain silent until he was ready to talk.
Make him talk.
As it turned out, I would be waiting for quite some time. The silence lasted for about 15 incredibly
You're
tense,
so trash as a character. You're such a
minutes.
sorry character.
When Mr. Psycho finally did speak, he suddenly started rambling about Okinawa.
That's your daughter?
He spoke of his experience as a soldier during World War II.
Okay.
How he volunteered to fight at the age of 17.
Respect.
How a bomb hit his dormitory.
He lived?
How he
He's okay?
spent hours buried underneath rubble,
Ooh.
staring at the corpses of his dead
Oh
friends.
my god, that sounds terrible.
He said-
R.I.P. Rest in peace, truly.
He still sees them
I don't
on
think
the
this
back
is
of his
real.
eyelids. Every time he closes his eyes.
My bad, y'all.
He told me that buried underneath that rubble over 70 years ago,
70 years
he
ago.
swore an oath.
Wait, what time are we at
Punish
right
the
now?
world
Hold
for
on,
killing
y'all.
his friends.
Oh, that was in
He
the
swore
war.
to
Okay, I
revive
remember over there.
Japanese nationalism and expand the Japanese empire until it covered the entire
The
globe.
Japanese Empire.
That's why he started his company.
Okay, that's some real
That's
shit.
why he spent his life building the greatest conglomerate the world has ever known.
That's not what it is, but we could say
That's
that.
why he toiled for over half a century, until he had become the richest man on Earth.
Cash. He's about his paper. He's about his paper. You know, he's about his paper.
Enough power and
Okay,
influence
talk about it.
to instigate a war.
Instigate a war?
War that he
Bro
would
is
throw
a
all of his
demon.
money and resources into, until he had achieved the complete annihilation of every country that fought against Japan.
This
World
dude
War
is
II.
a crazy ass demon. I'm not gonna lie. He's
Something
W though.
happened that he didn't
That's something I'm about to
expect.
do. I'm finna do that.
Globalization
I'm finna do that.
spread Japanese culture across the face of the planet. Japan's former enemies now enjoy friendly relations with Japan.
Cool.
They eat Japanese food, watch Japanese animations,
Anime.
play Japanese
Anime.
video games.
Say the damn word
The
right.
process was sped up by his own inventions and innovations.
Food.
There's a psycho product in every home. He can't find the motivation to go to war anymore, knowing that he'd be blowing up his own loyal customers. He dedicated his entire...
He said, instead of killing my enemies, I'm gonna make sure my enemies are the reason that I'm up. he said, frick my enemies. I'm about the paper. He about the paper.
life.
That's a dog.
Setting the stage
That's
for
a dog.
blood-soaked
He's about his paper.
military victory.
He's about his paper. He is about his paper, and I'm so for that.
He inadvertently achieved a slow,
That's a dog.
pacifistic cultural victory.
S tier victory.
Now,
I can't really S
Almost
tier
everyone
victory.
who pulled a trigger
After
or
FCs, bro. Y'all need
launched
to
a bomb during
blur
World
that out.
War II was dead or elderly.
Dear son, please blur that out.
So revenge had lost all meaning.
Yeah, I mean that'll
Instead
happen
of
when he
feeling
becomes like a
pride
million years
for
old.
accomplishing more than any other man in history, he just felt like he had failed his dead friends.
Don't say that, bro. Come on, bro. You up now. You were literally up. You could have
After his
died
long,
during that explosion, but now
rambling
you up.
speech came to an end. He returned to staring blankly at the wall.
What is the point of this conversation? Y'all not talking about
I'm
anything.
not sure why he confided all that information in me. I don't think it's because he considered me a friend. It's more like
Y'all be talking every day for 30 years, and you think y'all not friends? Sorry ass
Same
company.
way I think of this tape recorder. Just a stupid object where you can store your thoughts without consequence.
My fault, y'all. I was looking at my string gang. I did like a
After some
thing.
more
You know what I'm
silence,
saying?
he eventually spoke up again. He said, "My health is failing.
My
I'll
God.
likely die soon.
No way.
I will make no attempt to prolong my life. I am retiring as CEO starting tomorrow. My son will be taking over for me.
Oh, talk
He said
about
nothing
it.
else, but I could tell that the meeting was over.
Give me a hug,
It was most
motherfucker.
likely the last time I'll ever speak with him
No shot.
or see him in person.
What?
The next time I address someone as Mr. Psycho, I'll be talking to his son,
That's so mid.
the world's most famous man. Secretly a nationalist with plans for world domination. Harboring a half-century-long grudge. Huh. I would tell the media, but it wouldn't matter one bit.
Come on, bro.
Psycho Corp controls everything that the media says or does.
I guess.
Even if I told the world what he confided in me, the media would never run the story, and it would quickly be dismissed as a baseless rumor or crackpot conspiracy theory.
No, they wouldn't. The motherfuckers want to get paid.
I guess, in that sense, he really did take over the world.
Cause he bought his paper. He said it's me. You want $1? Here's $1. Take it. 7 minutes and 38 seconds. Goddamn. Not making me tired of this.
Out of all the different ways it could have turned out,
What happened,
I never imagined it like this.
brother? Aren't you?
A few days ago, I received an email with screenshots of certain directories on my personal computer.
What?
I don't know how anyone could have managed to accomplish something like that, but I can only assume that this person must have been some kind of top-class computer hacker.
Info chain.
They threaten to expose what I've been doing unless I meet their demands.
Ooh, I want to find out about that. What is he
Being
doing?
discovered and blackmailed has been my worst fear for over a decade now, but this person, whoever they are, isn't asking for money.
Info chain.
Instead, they want complete ownership of a single room at Academia. eye.
Info chat! Info chat! Info chat!
And they have made it very clear that they are not to be disturbed for any reason.
Info says that I'm by my
I
paper.
have no clue.
I need an entire
what to do
classroom.
in this room.
Bitch. I'll black man.
I'm not really in a position to decline.
You not. Ooh, we about to.
All things
Ooh, you got a
considered,
little
this situation
secret. You
isn't
got a
as bad
little
as it could be.
secret that I'm gonna find out. You got a little secret. I want to know what it is.
And instead,
All they want is a room, but you're not safe, bro. You have a
the
literal.
request seemed harmless enough, and there was a suitable room available, so I decided to comply.
Brother, you
with
have a
their
ticking
demands.
time bomb in your school.
Well, it's not like I really have a choice in the first place.
Brother, you need to eliminate her.
They also asked me to make sure that the room has certain equipment inside of it before they arrived. Computer monitors and hard drives.
Very interesting.
We already had a surplus of supplies like that, so it wasn't a problem.
I hate that you're saying all this like
The
oh,
tricky
this is
part was
regular.
convincing the rest of the faculty not to enter a specific room for any reason, and not to question it either.
Okay.
I spent a long time mulling it over and eventually came up with a cover story that seemed convincing enough to believe.
Okay, what is it?
To be perfectly honest, I'm a little proud of it.
Then say it, bro. I can't wait for this trash ass
I
story.
told the faculty that a special needs student with extreme agoraphobia wishes to attend Academy
I
High.
hate this story. This story
Because
sucks.
of their intense social anxiety, they will remain secluded in one of the school's rooms and are not to be disturbed because it would trigger a
Why
panic
did you
attack.
think you cooked on this one? You burned the house
Teachers will
down.
record
Not in a
their
good way.
lectures when class
This
is
was
in
trash.
session, and email these recordings, along with class assignments, to the reclusive student once per day.
Disgusting.
I will personally handle anything else the student requires, such as meals at lunchtime. Some of the teachers thought my story sounded a little sketchy, and wanted to hear details.
Bullshit.
Their questions were harmless, but I was sweating bullets, and I felt like I was being interrogated by the police.
A trash story.
Eventually, I convinced them to believe the cover story, and the meeting ended with the faculty praising me for being so accommodating to a mentally handicapped adolescent.
Bro thought he was cool.
I felt a little
You're not.
guilty for deceiving them, but
You're not.
it's far from the worst thing I've done.
We gotta get you out of here. You corrupt.
The only thing that matters is the end result. We now have a room which is off limits to students and faculty alike. The hacker never told me their name, age, even their gender. It's frustrating. If I'm going to be put through such a harrowing experience, I at least want to know who's behind it.
That's how you get killed, brother. Oh no,
I set
she
up a
got
hidden
you.
camera outside of the room that has been set aside for the hacker. When I got into work this morning, I checked the recording, only to find that it had been replaced with a graphic of a black silhouette wearing a red wig, along with the words, "Don't try this again."
She said, do something stupid like that again. I swear, she got you in a genjutsu. A genjutsu.
The message has been received, loud and clear. I asked the hacker if they needed anything else from me. Daily meals or
Crazy.
anything of the sort. They told me not to worry about them, and to simply go about my business as usual.
How does she do it then?
They explicitly told me to pretend they don't exist. It's going to be nearly impossible for me to put them out of my mind.
Interesting.
And they could end my career with a single click.
Yeah, that's the fun
It feels
part.
like there's a slimy creature crawling underneath my clothing, and I simply have to grit my teeth and live with it.
See, you doing it all wrong though. That's the
Then
thing.
again, I don't really have any right to complain. Perhaps this is simply karmic retribution for my actions.
Stop talking.
It's very fortunate that these little therapy sessions were confined to cassette tapes.
That I'm now reading.
If I had been making digital recordings instead, the hacker would have a lot of very
How much time has gone by that just came up on the screen?
dangerous information right now. With that said, I no longer feel comfortable keeping these tapes around. They're too much of a
Mental
liability.
You threw me a damn trash can, you
I should
moron.
dispose of them, but it would be such a shame.
You're such an idiot.
30 years of my innermost thoughts just tossed
Brother,
away.
you did 10 tapes
like
in 30
trash.
years. You did not drop anything heat.
It would feel like I'm wiping someone's memory. What was the point of recording anything at all if I was just going to destroy it one day?
Yeah, that's stupid.
There was never
Very stupid,
anyone
actually.
in my life who I felt comfortable expressing my anxieties to. This tape recorder has been like a close friend who I could trust with my deepest secrets. I know I have to dispose of these tapes, but maybe I'll keep them for a few days.
You're an idiot. You're not gonna dispose of them.
Listen to them one last time. Try to figure out where it all went wrong.
Yeah, you started rebranding 30 years after your
Then
biggest
dispose
failure.
of them when I've said my goodbyes.
Big doofus.
But there is one tape that I'm already prepared to part ways with. The tape I made after Mr. Psycho's recent demands.
Huh? Excuse me?
It's far, far too risky for a recording like that to exist.
His demands.
That one must be destroyed immediately.
A secret tape. I got an achievement. That was crazy. That was really fire. I love that personally. And I love y'all. Thank you for watching. We just hit 500 subs. But y'all motherfuckers think y'all funny. When we hit 500 subs, I think I posted something and my sub count went down by 2. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all funny. I'm going to knock y'all out. I swear. Y'all keep playing my name. I'm going to punch each of y'all. I'm not kidding. Anybody that unsubscribed and thought they was funny or something, I'm going to hit you in the mouth. And you're not going to like it. So, yeah. I love you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Peace. Get out of my face, bro. Y'all pissed me off. Now I'm mad about that.